Hey everybody, Jeremy Senpai here. Thank you so very much for clicking on my video. I do so hope that you like what you have to hear. If you like what you hear, then please feel free to hit like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Also, if you have any commission ideas that you want to hear from me, you can always send me a message over on my Instagram, completely free. Now, let's get into the audio. And as usual, remember always, keep calm and put your headphones on. Now, let's get on to it.
Hello there. How are you doing? Sorry, didn't mean to surprise you there, but I couldn't help but notice you. Yeah, notice you. We don't really know each other, but I've definitely seen you around. Well, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Sanji, and you see that place over there at the end of the park? That's called the Bartier. That's actually where I work as a chef. Yeah, the owner is kind of the old man who raised me. And you see, I always cut through this park on my way to get there. So, I have a habit of noticing you whenever I cut across the park. So, I figured it was about time I introduced myself. Yeah, I introduced myself already, so how's about you tell me your name now? That's quite a wonderful name. It really does suit you. So, anyway, I have noticed you for a while now, whenever I'm cutting through the park, especially the past few months. I'd be, to be honest, I'm quite flattered to be noticed by a woman such as yourself. It makes me truly happy. Almost like someone really does take an interest in me and everything I do. Yeah, you heard me right. I find you quite interesting. I don't know. It's just something that you give off about yourself. You seem like the kind of person I like to get to know. What do I mean by that? Well, I guess you can say I have some intuition when it comes to certain people, especially women. And I have to say, I really find you quite interesting indeed. Someone I really wouldn't mind getting to know on a bit of a personal level. So, you like what I have to say, huh? No, you guessed right. And I wasn't kidding. I really am a cook. Dare I say, probably the best in this whole city. What do I mean by that? Well, don't just take my word for it. Here. Oh, that's a sandwich. I know it's something pretty simple, but I made a bunch for me and my friends, and I saved a couple for my lunch break. So, how's about you have a taste of it, and you can tell me yourself? Tastes pretty good, doesn't it? I saw your face light up, and all the color came right back. You like it, don't ya? What did I do? Hmm, Well, sometimes when you're making a sandwich, try to heat up the meat a bit. And I'm not talking about in a microwave. The only way to do it right is over the stove. And then add a bit of seasoning like salt, pepper, among other things, into the sauce spread of your choice. Afterwards, it's just seasoned to taste based on your preferences. Also, be sure to wash the vegetables just before you put them on. Make sure that the cheese has plenty of moisture in it as well, because dry cheese is always a problem. Yeah, a lot of thought really went into just making a simple sandwich, don't you think? But that's how I put everything in it. You see, if you can put that much care and tenderness into sandwiches, then anything you make later on, whether it's creme brulee, paella, even chicken and rice, really does say a lot about you, don't you think? Yeah. Oh, so you finally believe me when I told you that I'm a cook. That really does make me happy because, if you come by the Bartier sometime, there might be more good stuff just waiting for you. What do you say? So I've piqued your interest, have I? What things would I recommend? Hmm. My personal favorite, spicy seafood pasta. And I always switch out what kind of fish I use in it, as well as the shellfish. God, why is that always so hard for me to say? Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Just more of a my mind skipped if anything else. But yeah, fish, shellfish. I try to switch out the meat that I use for the pasta. It could be salmon, trout, mahi mahi, even catfish, depending on what you like. Oh, yeah, and I use all kinds of different shellfish as well. Anything from crawdads to shrimp to crab. And a few times I even get lucky and get extra lobster meat. Though the old man kind of prefers to use it for the actual lobster dishes. Oh, I can see your mouth watering a bit. Nice to see I caught your interest. So, you know what? How about we do this right? May I, mademoiselle? Thank you for taking my hand. Now, how's about I treat you right? Treat you to a dinner. Treat you to a dinner that so fits you. And I'll even prepare it myself. Oh, don't worry. I'm not in any trouble at all. In fact, I'm back on the clock in just a few minutes. So, what do you say? You want to be my first customer after coming back from lunch? Yeah, I figured as much. Hmm? You want to ask me something first? By all means, go right ahead. Why this park? Well, I always enjoy having my lunch break here. It's so wide and beautiful. I feel like I could get lost here no problem. So, that's why I usually like to enjoy myself. Just laying underneath a tree, taking my shoes off, enjoying whatever leftovers I managed to throw together for a good meal. And that's when I couldn't help but notice you. You were always sitting on that same bench, looking over at me. And you know what? I couldn't help but have the feeling you wanted to approach me. You just wanted to walk right over, say hello to me, and maybe even join me for a quick bite. Yeah, you were kind of that obvious. But it's not a problem now. So, shall we? Go to the Baratier, of course. I'll treat you to a real meal. Anything you like. You just say it. Even if it's not on our menu. I'll do anything to see you smile and say thank you for the food. Sounds wonderful. Should only take me a few minutes to throw that together.